Thank you for that. Okay, welcome to Retro Reload East Coast Edition. This is episode 21. I know it says episode 22, but I forgot West Coast is on a rerun. So, once again, I'm MrNikon, also known as Charles. With me, we've got Red Blaze, we've got Kashell,
Hiya.
and we got Bad at Chaos.
Yo, 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 yo.
So, I know Red Blaze has a topic picked out for tonight. So you talk about Kickstarter funding for independent gamers and all that stuff?
Well, kind of.
Okay.
Just due to the recent successes of stuff like Mighty Number 9, the Ukulele, Bloodstained, personally the one I'm looking forward to the most. Just, we're seeing a lot of these people who used to work for these huge companies just now coming out and having their own studios and asking the people who have been asking for the games to fund the games. I figured that we would talk about possibly like some of the stuff that we have seen, just the good of all this, the bad, the stuff that we have backed ourselves. Yeah, just talk about kind of the Kickstarter and Indiegogo stuff in a little bit of detail.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah. I know they tried that with Night Trap, but that didn't really work too well. I remember Dash has talked about that a couple times, remaster Night Trap from the original 35mm film into a high definition version. Yeah.
Yeah, I just so happened to have this right there, so that worked out.
You didn't explain that at all, did you?
I have yet to, actually. I just got to set. I got it all set up.
Okay.
I just need to plug it in.
Yeah, well, if it's, 25 AC adapters it takes or something like that, and 2,500 cables?
I thought it was up to 55.
Ah.
A very, very high power bill when all is said and done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that was one that actually failed. Let's see. I know that there. Shoot, what was it? I gotta find it.
It was within this last year they tried to do that, wasn't it? Or 2014 they tried that, or 2013?
Last year, I believe.
Yeah.
Last year they tried.
I'm sorry. Which game are we talking about?
Night Trap.
What was that?
Oh, okay.
And there was also the spiritual successor to Eternal Darkness that they tried to do, the Shadows of Eternal. That is so far actually the one Kickstarter that I've backed that has failed.
Nah.
So when you say back, you say you donated money to it? Like, is that what that terminology? Because this is all new to me, really. So I'm here for personal purposes now.
I don't like a lot of these Kickstarter. They say, hey, if you give us X amount of money, you get this, or you'll get like some incentive to donate.
Yeah.
So like if you give if I do a Kickstarter and you donate $25, I'll send you a postcard of my dog or something like that.
Yeah.
I
hate people like Shaq who are basically using it as a pre-order platform. You know what I mean? Like he's trying to fund a new Shaq Fu game or something.
Yeah.
And it's like, come on, you don't have enough money from your career or your Gold Bond commercials to, fund a game, even if it's, like a low budget one. Like, really?
Yeah, but then I look at stuff that I have, like I just backed Bloodstained, and where I backed the $60 one for an actual disc of it, and I'm very tempted to go up to the $100 one for sort of the special edition. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, you donate a certain amount with the games, you get the game.
Mm-hmm.
So, I have a question about all this. Okay, so say there's this company or this guy who wants to develop a game using a Kickstarter. What happens, with the Night Trap example? They got the funding, right?
No.
They didn't get the funding. They got the donations.
Does get the funding, but they don't use it for the game. Isn't there some legalities with all this stuff? Because it just seems like a nightmare for the law.
I believe if it doesn't get funded, the money gets refunded to the backers. I believe.
I'm pretty sure.
they don't take it out until they actually reach the goal. So if it isn't met its goal, you won't get charged for it.
Okay, so you donated
okay.
$60 to this Castlevania spin-off thingy. If it doesn't go through, you'll get that back. But right now,
No.
that dollars hasn't gone to your account yet, or what?
It hasn't been. I haven't been charged for it yet.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Okay, cool.
At the end of the 29 days to go, I'll get charged the $60 that I pledged.
Did anybody see? I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
You can go ahead.
I was going to say I couldn't remember the name of the game, but I saw this in my news feed today. Basically, there was some kind of space shooter, shoot 'em up, that was close to being funded, and basically somebody made a donation of $7,000, and like within like the last hour or something, he basically retracted his donation. Like he no longer wanted to make that donation. So basically, he just kind of trolled them from making their actual goal. Because you know what I mean, once they met the goal, people kind of stopped donating at that point, right? Because oh look, it's funded, cool, and then he just retracts it like in the last minute and basically screws over the entire game.
No, I didn't hear that one.
I think it was called like Dimensional Shift or Dimensional something.
The developer,
what time they gave us?
is Too Awesome Studio. Let's see.
What was the name of the game?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It actually looked pretty interesting. Basically, it was like you have a split screen setup where you kind of exist in two places at once, but each environment is a little different, and you can kind of toggle which universe that you exist in. It's kind of harder to describe. I'd recommend going to go find a video or something. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. It's too bad that jerk basically backed out.
No. You said it was like a. I'm sorry, I must have.
No, it wasn't.
Base game, like a shooting game, or like a
like a classic shoot 'em up, like you're a spaceship flying. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no. What it was that the €7,000 pledge was fraudulent. Therefore, it got pulled. Was like a half hour to go, and
yeah.
Well, pretty much
exactly. Basically, they're getting trolled. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I got the article up right now.
There's also a GoFundMe also.
What's that?
GoFundMe, which is another crowdfunding site.
It's funny, every time I see that site, GoFundMe, I always see people like asking for donations for like, oh, help, I need like medicine for cancer, or you know what I mean?
That's what that site basically is. I mean, oh shoot,
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's just kind of interesting. It's just like a different.
Last time I heard
Kickstarter
was when Montiome was in the hospital, and people were asking, or they set it up so people could donate money to pay for the hospital bills.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, he passed away.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a charity. Well, it could be used for anything, but the one you come for is like medicine.
GoFundMe, you could pretty much do that, raise money for anything you want. If you say, I want to go on a vacation, give me money to go on my vacation, people do that.
Or help me fund my master's degree, or
Help me fund my thing of a copy of Panzer Dragoon Saga. Okay.
Yeah.
Done.
I actually saw one like that for somebody asking for a 3DS, and
3DS.
That was on Indiegogo.
Yeah, like Kickstarter, you can't do stuff like that.
Oh, well, you guys must have seen that like pasta salad one or a couple months ago.
Potato salad.
Potato salad, that's what it was. Like, I'm gonna make potato salad, guys.
Yeah, that one actually turned out to be pretty hilarious.
The guy got a couple $1 million for that?
I don't know. It was something.
He was only asking for like $5 or something.
He got a boatload of money on that. So.
Yeah, he was only asking like single or double-digit numbers. Like, he was like, "Oh yeah, I need like $10 to make pasta or potato salad." Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty silly.
Because like Kickstarter, they review what you're trying to raise money for,
Yeah.
and they say yes, you can do that, or no, you can't do that.
All right, here it is. I'm pretty sure that this is the person. He asked for like $10, and where he ended up getting like 5,549 too.
Jerk.
Totally
I gotta
smokes.
do a GoFundMe for that, so I can just get money.
Yeah, right?
I need.
Yeah, I mean, like I know the Game Chasers do it for their DVDs when on the first run.
Yeah.
They use Indiegogo, and where you'll get like a special edition of it. I've done that, and also on Kickstarter, the whole Lord Carnage Classic Game Room stuff,
Yes.
which it is signed.
Nice.
Charles, you can do a GoFundMe for your Neo Geo.
Yes, my Neo Geo AES. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm always thinking.
We should all do our own GoFundMes and see how much money we can get.
I'm thinking about it now. If I knew it's this easy, you can ask for anything. I'm tempted.
Yeah.
Well, no, if we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it on Patreon.
Help me buy a dedicated Bubble Bobble arcade unit.
Yes. Those aren't too cheap. But yeah, we should all set up GoFundMes after this and see what we can get.
Say again? What was it?
I'm gonna do Patreon. Just that way it could be for my channel.
Okay.
But back to the topic at hand, though. Like, have you guys played any kick-started games that are worth mentioning?
I have not yet.
Actually, the only one I have is like a trilogy of bullet hell games, I guess. And I don't really play those much, actually. But I mean, first one I did was Peter Solar.
Okay.
How was that?
I have yet to receive it.
I thought you played it. Okay. Played it.
No, I meant just the ones I've backed. Actually, the only game that I've gotten right now is the Tale of All Tynex. It's a Japanese epic shooting game trilogy.
Cool.
But I mean, other ones I've backed: Road Redemption, which is a spiritual successor to Road Rash. I still get updates on that one, so that one's still going. Armicron, which is the Doug Tenaple, the guy who did the artwork for Earthworm Jim.
Okay.
Awesome.
And I forget the name of the other game. Shoot. It was a claymation point and click.
Huh. Claymation point and click? Huh.
Yeah. Yeah, Armicron is kind of in that vein. Mighty Number 9. I've got back, so...
Yeah, I thought Mighty Number 9 got released finally.
No, that's in September. Shantae, Genie Hero. Can't wait for that one. And...
yeah, that looks pretty good. At least I've been following that since the beginning. It looks pretty decent, or at least it should be. But I've been playing pretty much the first Kickstarter game that I can think of that I actually own and have been playing a lot lately is Wasteland 2. It's pretty darn good. I've put like 60 hours into that so far.
Shovel Knight. Anybody else play that?
Oh, that was Kickstarter too, wasn't it?
Yeah. And I mean that's
yeah, I guess I have been playing that actually. So
I mean that's a perfect example.
That one out, but yeah,
I mean I think that game is
pretty good.
Come on, stop talking when I'm talking.
You know what I'd love to
Anyways.
see? I'd love somebody to like port that to NES. That'd be amazing.
Bandit Chaos. What was that game you mentioned before? Red Blaze mentioned Shovel Knight. What was that one you said you've been playing a lot of?
Oh, Wasteland 2.
What type of game is that?
It's a tactical RPG strategy type game. It's like you ever see or you ever play the original Fallout games?
No, but I've seen screenshots of them, so I know what they're about. I mean,
Yeah, basically, it's basically like where Fallout 2 left off, pretty much as far as gameplay goes.
okay.
It actually was essentially the same. I think it was the same team that actually made that. Because the way I think I had explained this before on the show, but based.
Uh-oh. Not again.
What about the Fallout?
What about...
Fallout. Well, so come back years and years later, they finally, they want to make another game that's kind of similar to the original Fallout series. So they kind of went back and made a new Wasteland, which is really funny because there's a lot of similarities between just as far as like the kind of characters or the kind of enemies. Like you have like malevolent alien, not alien, but like artificial AI that are like building robot armies, and you kind of have similar themes going on, but it's just it's just slightly different. But it's in Arizona, and yeah, I don't know.
All right.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Yeah. So I haven't really had done much backing of many Kickstarter stuff, so or played many of the Kickstarter back games yet.
But yeah, like I said, Shovel Knight is a perfect example of it done right, I think, and where they met all the goals. They
Done perfect.
Yeah, they met it. They made a great game. Honestly, like a bad example, I gotta say is actually Double Fine, was the whole Double Fine adventure, which turned into Broken Age, and where they ran out of funding halfway through. Somehow, after completely obliterating their original goal.
Okay.
I think that's kind of an example of how it can go bad.
Okay.
Where there's been projects. Shoot, I forget the name of the guys, but shoot, it was a adventure game based on what was it? One of the YouTube channels. I know that they were with Polaris, but
I don't know. This is, like I said, this is all new to me, so I...
But yeah, basically, the company that they hired to make the game apparently left or something, and it turned into kind of a disaster, I think.
A whole legal mess, I'm guessing.
Yeah, or no, not a legal mess, but it just ended up getting canceled.
But so, were there any bad Kickstarter games that you backed that when you got the game, you're like, why did I back this game?
So far not, because I've only received one.
Okay.
Good.
But
That's the thing. It's like there's a lot of games that have been like backed, but like not that many have really like totally like come out yet. You know what I mean?
Okay.
yeah, I mean a lot of them are approaching getting actually out there. Like Pierre Solar is actually out in digital, and soon we're going to be getting the Dreamcast one, which is the one that I backed.
Nice.
Wait, hold up. It's coming out for the Dreamcast? Is that what I heard?
Yes.
All right. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've backed other projects, and like the Doug TenNapel Sketchbook Archives, I backed both of those, and I've gotten those, and they are really nice books, just full of sketchwork of his.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting that you mentioned that because I know like the I guess the Dreamcast like homebrew community's gotten kind of like it's actually kind of been growing lately. There's been a few little kind of homebrew games coming out for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what the Dreamcast here in the U.S. didn't really do too well, but in Japan it, did pretty well. I think it survived a lot longer in Japan than it did here.
Yeah.
Until the PlayStation 2 came out, but
Yeah.
Yeah. I like them both, but I always thought the Dreamcast was just so underrated, and it didn't have its time to shine in the sun, as they say. So I'm glad to hear that it's getting some renewed love.
Yeah, and I know we'll go to the Dreamcast in a future episode, so we'll go more in depth to the Dreamcast later on.
Hopefully by then I actually have the freaking games to play.
Hopefully.
I still need to buy one of those actually.
What, a Dreamcast?
Yeah.
I've got to get an American Dreamcast. I've got the Japanese one right now, so.
I got mine for $13 at a pawn shop. I was very pleased.
Sweet.
Nice.
But I still can't play Japanese games though. So.
Yeah, just gotta
I know. Actually, excuse me. Someone from VG Collect said he would burn me a boot disc. I'm still waiting for that. So you know who you are. Send it my way. Thank you. And thank you.
I don't remember making any sort of commitment to that.
I said I'm VG Collect, not on the podcast. So you guys are all
Nice.
for now.
Yeah, I mean, other thing back to where the classic game room stuff, the Blu-ray DVD of the best stuff, and the Lord Carnage book, and gotten those, and they're both really good quality, and you get a lot of extras.
Yeah. Talk about like Kickstarters and GoFundMe's when what's his name, Mark Pryor, when he was sick in a hospital. People were like, oh, we gotta start a GoFundMe for him. He's like, guys, I don't need it. I'm doing good enough on all these YouTube videos, so thank you, but no thanks.
So that's how he makes his money, YouTube?
Pretty much, yeah. Sometimes he'll post a video in one day and he gets like 1 million hits sometimes for one video in a day.
I don't even know who this guy is, and I already hate him. So.
He does all these Let's Plays and stuff, so I don't know how much money you get paid per video, per view, but if you get like 1 million views a day, and like say you get, if you get 1 cent, 1 penny per view times 1 million views.
Oh yeah,
I bet you it's actually less than that.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, there's some sort of formula for it, which we'll probably never realize what it is.
Yeah. But.
So tell your friends about Retro Reload so we can start breaking in that too.
Yes, our two viewers tonight.
We have 2 viewers.
Yes.
So we can split a penny 8 ways.
Yeah.
So Fighter Pilot and Turf, maybe? That's my.
Actually, one of them might have been me because I accidentally clicked on it.
Damn.
And if it is Turf, damn you, get on the show.
Yeah. So, and it looks like it is Fighter Pilot who's our or I got over our question and answers get.
Are there any games that you guys would like to see get a spiritual successor through like any sort of Kickstarter or something like that?
I would love to see a. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh God, you could go ahead. I gotta think about this.
I'm not sure if any of you are familiar with like the Legend of Legaia series, but I would love to see a spiritual successor to those. Those are some great RPGs, and that kind of got overshadowed by other bigger titles, and I think it could happen. What was that?
I've heard of those at least.
Yeah, they're great. I love both of them, but they only made 2, so a third one or a spiritual successor. That's a mouthful. That'd be wonderful.
Something that I think would be cool. Something I could do a Kickstarter for to do a full color Vectrex. So you won't need the overlay. I knew that was. I think they had one in development, but it just died when the Vectrex died.
Sure.
That's interesting. If I recall, I think the like those color vector monitors are pretty expensive too, weren't they? Because there weren't that many like vector color games, were there? I mean, there was like I don't know.
Pretty much
I
on
don't know.
Vectrex, the color comes from overlay.
It was like
Yeah, that's
Tempest.
how it was the overlay.
The only one I could think
Yeah,
of is like
Tempest.
Tempest off the top of my head, but that was like a color
Tempest.
vector game. I think that was like actually credited as like the first color vector game, actually, if I'm not mistaken. But
And Tempest is such a fun game. I like going to the arcade playing that.
I like playing that and then seeing somebody who's never seen it before come over and like, like what the hell are you controlling? Or like what the, you know what I mean? Just
What's
like these
going on?
weird like spider shapes or I don't know what the hell it's supposed to be.
Yeah. But yeah, it'd be nice to get more like classic arcade games out. More like arcade cabinets out there. I don't think there's
Just a resurgence of cabinet,
arcade
arcade
cabinets.
arcade
Yes.
games in
Oh,
general.
yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
It's
Yeah.
But
I know
it's-
one big one I'd like to see is kind of some sort of spiritual successor, possibly to Legacy of Kain, since the last one got canceled. I
Okay.
mean, that is a great series right there. Just a great story, great gameplay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. The only thing I can think of off the top of my head was an old Windows game, Simcopter. Did anybody play that?
No, I have not.
Nope.
No. It's a pretty fun little sim game. The thing that was really cool about it is that you can import your like SimCity 2000 like made maps or cities into it, and you can fly around it in 3D. But anyway, it's pretty cool. And like you did like a variety of tasks, like there's like like a police officer that needs to be brought to a crime scene like immediately. So you need to a lot of pickup drop off missions. There was also like directing traffic missions. There was like putting out fires, with like a bucket. There's quite a variety of missions in that game that you had to do, and as you go on, you can earn money and purchase helicopters, and it was a fun basic little game. It was funny. They had like they're kind of like you might be familiar with like GT. They had these really funny like commercials on there, but you probably looked it up in your own time. But yeah, I don't know. I'd like to see a new one of those. Just
Cool.
I mean, I just thought that would be cool if someone does could do a Kickstarter for homebrew games, like more games that will work with Rob the Robot for the NES.
Yeah,
more homebrew robot
I
games.
think-
Oh man.
I think that there are a couple of Super Nintendo games going on right now, actually, or at least one that I've heard of.
Oh
Sorry,
really?
I don't remember the name of it.
If I'm not mistaken, MrNikon has a mean Rob the Robot impression. You did last time. Oh,
So
I'm making it rain. This is entertainment. I love it.
also do more games for the Super Scope 6 for the Super Nintendo.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, another
Or,
Nintendo Perdio they got forgot about.
Oh,
Maybe Power Glove compatible games.
Power Glove. Oh God.
Or more Enforce games.
I thought you were about to say Engage games.
No, I think I don't remember the Enforce. It was called that weird controller they had. It had this little.
Was it shaped like an airplane style like joystick or like control?
It had little attachments for certain games. It opened up like little.
Okay, I'm thinking of
laptop.
something else.
I don't know.
I think it was the Enforce.
Oh,
That piece of.
yeah, it had like the
crap.
laptop. Like I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of like opened up. and it kind of like sensed like on different axes, like where your peripheral was placed, kind of, sort of.
Yeah, where your hand was moving across it. It was one of the worst controllers for the Nintendo ever made.
Just because it was so faulty. Are you sure it was Nintendo, or was it like
It wasn't
some
made by
third party?
Nintendo. It was a third-party controller.
Okay.
Yeah, same thing with the Power Glove. Like a lot of people think of like, oh yeah, it's a shitty Nintendo peripheral, but it's like Nintendo didn't even make that. I think wasn't it like Bandai or something?
Mattel.
I don't even know.
Mattel
Was it
did the
Mattel?
Power Glove.
Is that who it was? Okay.
But they officially backed it, so.
Yeah, yeah,
What
I guess. Like, at least in the United States, but.
Hey. You know what? Quick question. Have you guys heard of the Retro VGS?
The who?
The Retro VGS.
Nope.
Oh.
I have not.
What is a retro VGS?
It's basically a new console that they're trying to get out. I know Games31 has a video on it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I think I did. I think I saw his video too. Isn't it like it's like a new cartridge-based platform,
Yes.
basically?
Huh.
Yeah.
Cool.
And they basically used the mold of an Atari Jaguar.
Yeah, yeah. They used the Jaguar shell. That's really funny.
You know, I don't know. I thought that if you guys heard it, just kind of what do you think of it and stuff like that.
Now, if they
it could be interesting.
I don't know. I think it could work for certain things, but I don't know if it's going to be like actually like first article on here. It got something saying, "Can this retro console kill off the Xbox and PS4?" I don't think that's the same market.
Well, I think if the Ouya couldn't, this thing probably won't. So I don't know.
Oh, jeez.
Well, Ouya's different.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, that's like an Android
So
device, but
it's a completely different market that they're trying to go for than the actual people who get
yeah.
a
But
Xbox.
I would argue that like the market that he's trying to sell to is even smaller than probably somebody who'd buy a Ouya. But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's got to be I'm not gonna really talk
Yeah,
about
it's
it.
hard to say. Yeah, it's hard to say at this point because he didn't really say too much in that video. So
Yeah, they only showed off like one game, and it looks pretty good. But I mean,
it's kind of like a 16-bit type thing, right? Kind of, sort of.
yeah.
Or yeah.
I think it might go to 32-bit. I'm not 100% sure on that. There really hasn't been much information coming out about it.
Yeah, something I think that odd because it's just crazy. They should make, you got the Retron 5, which, I can play. They should make a new console that can play every cartridge-based systems games.
I think the reason why a lot of that hasn't happened was like there's still some of those cartridge technologies that are still patented. I think that's kind of like the primary reason why they haven't been on that road. Yeah.
Okay. They should do one for put your Atari stuff in there and.
They should put on a CD.
For that kind of stuff, you just go to China and have it manufactured there, and then or anything goes in China.
Yeah.
Well, except for I guess actually more correctly, I should have said Hong Kong, but because I guess for a long time consoles were banned in mainland China, but that's a whole other thing.
I think they're making them in mainland China, but they just can't really have them in mainland China.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, they make them there. Oh yeah, big time. But they don't sell them, and that's actually partially why like PC gaming is so big over there because they don't really have a choice.
Well, they did
up until
the Xbox One over there.
Yep, that is true.
And I hear that's heavily censored too. So.
Yeah.
But.
I should talk to I have a friend of mine who lives in Shanghai. I should talk to him about like the video game scene. What's that like? That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, any other Kickstarter commentaries or things?
Help me buy a dedicated double bobble machine.
Yes. Help me do a GoFundMe so I can get a NEO GEO AES.
And I want Panzer Dragoon Saga.
Go bigger,
And-
man.
I'm not selfish. I'm
And
just
you know what?
what I deserve.
You know what? I'm going to be opening up a GoFundMe so I can get myself a Nintendo World Championship cartridge.
If you could find
Wow.
one.
No, it'd be cool. You know how like they recently announced they're going to be doing a 2015 World Championships, right?
And that's what
That'd be
I'm saying.
cool if they. Yeah, that's a good segue. But that'd
Yeah.
be cool if they actually went ahead and made like new cartridges or something. You know what I mean? For that event, that'd be kind of
Yeah.
interesting. But
I haven't read much about the New World Championship. How are they doing more stuff for the Wii U, or are they doing like Nintendo games from like?
They haven't announced anything other than that it's a thing.
Okay.
yeah, judging by like the actual announcement video, they basically showed footage from more modern games like 3DS, Wii U titles. So probably going to be newer stuff.
Well, I mean, I saw Donkey Kong Country in there.
Oh, that's
where
true. That's true.
You also had him lifting up the GameCubes as weights.
Or he was even playing Virtual Boy at one point.
Yeah, bench pressing the Super Scope.
Huh. That'd be cool if they do it for the whole like era
Yeah,
of
I mean-
Nintendo's like lifespan till today.
Yeah, and where I'm.
That would
I remember-
be the ultimate tournament.
Yeah,
somebody
so
brought up. Yeah, I mean, somebody brought up the point that it's going to be probably a PR mess. I don't really know about that, but
So if they're coming out
I think
with
it
the
could
new
be. I
Nintendo
think
World
it's good PR. I
Championships,
don't know.
are they
Yeah,
coming?
no,
Are they gonna come
I'm
out
just
with a
reading-
new movie?
yeah, no.
New movie?
Wizard 2.
Yes, someone mentioned that. California.
Wait, didn't the Wizard come out before the World Championship?
I think it came out shortly before the first one.
I don't know. It was just a giant commercial for Nintendo, which was fine. I mean, but
Yeah.
still, that movie was so bad. Like it was.
The Tower
so,
Glove.
Like the Power Glove?
It's so bad.
And like they had the Wonder Years guy in it too, and I love the Wonder Years.
Fred Savage, yeah.
Yeah, Fred Savage. That's
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm fairly excited for it, though. Actually, when they're doing the qualifying, I believe May 30th,
yeah.
I'm gonna be on vacation I'm gonna be starting vacation that day, so I won't be able to.
Where's the qualifying at?
I don't. Did they announce like locations for qualifications? I don't think so.
Putting up right now. Select Best Buy stores around the country.
I mean, all I really saw was like. I'm sorry, say that again.
Best Buy.
Yeah,
Forget about it.
for a spot on, and where then they're gonna have the actual day of it on June 14th for the people who qualify.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Huh.
And honestly, I don't see there being any sort of disc that we're going to be paying thousands of dollars for, because it's probably going to be all digital.
Yeah. But
Maybe. Yeah, or they'd probably have like them all preloaded on their like their consoles, and they just
Like
bring the consoles with the games preloaded, probably.
Yeah, you might see people fighting over posters, and that's about it.
meh.
Yeah, me.
It should be interesting, regardless what the
Yeah,
whatever the result would be.
I mean, it takes place on a Sunday when they have the actual tournament, so I'm definitely going to be watching it.
I probably won't, but I'm sure I'll hear all about it the next day on like video game forums and
Like
with
VG Live.
friends and stuff like that. You know, you kind of can't escape it.
Yeah, but I don't know. Since it's at
Yeah.
Best Buy, I'm not.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm not their biggest cheerleader because they just, I don't know. So they just run me the wrong way.
The thing for me is that I remember hearing when Smash Brothers was being demoed there that people were waiting 5 hours for it just to try it out.
Really? Yeah,
Well, yeah, it was before even the 3DS version came out, so.
before
I mean, hell,
Smash Brothers Beta came out.
hell, I wanted to go, but I just couldn't afford a day off then.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm Best Buy now. I'm like,
Yeah, exactly.
like I haven't bought it to get in Best Buy in probably about over 10 years.
What stopped you from going back? Like, did you have a bad experience or just inconvenient location? I mean,
Yeah, nothing I really want to get from Best Buy.
you want to talk about it? Maybe?
I could go to Target to get the stuff or Sears, you know.
Yeah.
But why would you go to Sears? They're even worse.
Well, you know, Best Buy.
I didn't even
go
know they
there-
sell video games.
You know, I went to the one near me and no video games anymore.
Womp, womp.
The only Sears near me sell like tools, televisions, and beds, and then that's it. Like,
Yeah, it's pretty much same here in workout equipment and lawn care.
I need.
I don't live anywhere near a Sears, so I can't really comment. But what I like about other places, like the Targets and the whatnot, when you check out in line, that's it. You check out, you're done, move on. Best Buy, they have a survey or some questions or.
they try to shove all this stuff. Oh, do you want to buy this? Do you want to buy that? Do you want to?
Yeah, exactly. And I talked about this on the very first episode I was a part of, how I tried just to buy a Game Boy Advance game, and then all of a sudden it was like this rapid fire questionnaire. Do you want this? This?
I don't think they do that anymore. I've been to Best Buy a couple times and I don't get bombarded with questions.
You know, if I walk into Best Buy,
Actually, you know where I've noticed that?
Huh?
I've noticed that happening a lot more at Walmart. Like I've bought in some amiibos at Walmart's recently. He's like, "Oh, do you want to buy like insurance?" It's like, "No, I'm all set." You know, it's like,
Do you want to get our credit card? You want to apply for a Walmart credit card?
Yeah.
Mr. Nikon, what were you just showing us there?
I'm saying if I go to Best Buy with like an NES Advantage, they just stick a sticker on it to prove I came in with it, that I'm not shoplifting it from Best Buy. I'm like, you guys don't sell these. You probably haven't sold these in. How long has Best Buy been around for? You know,
like 25 years.
Why would you bring that in with
Awesome
you,
as an
though?
NES
Like,
Advantage is, I don't think you're going to be walking around these days with one.
with an NES Advantage, you know, in case
Bling.
ghosts attack, and I need to take over the Statue of Liberty. I need to control the Statue of Liberty with the NES Advantage. Come on.
so don't leave home without it, America.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Who else you going to call?
Personally, I like the dog bone controller myself, but
Yeah. I like the classic controller. You
A
know.
rectangle.
Yeah. That's what I grew up with. You know.
Personally, this is one of the neater ones I have.
Is that a GameCube controller?
Yes.
I like
Great
the.
for the Game Boy
Yeah,
Advance.
the original GameCube controller was really weird. I don't know what they were thinking with that. I love the GameCube, don't get me wrong, but that controller was odd. Yeah.
What's wrong with it?
Which is pretty.
I love this thing.
Why was one button bigger than the other one? And like I was playing Soul Calibur 2, and I was trying to do my moves, and I could not pull the things off. Coming from a PlayStation 2 controller, all the buttons are the same size. You know.
Oddly enough, this is the only actual controller I can play a fighting game with. Due to Soul Calibur 2.
And,
Really?
you know,
I
talk about
cannot do it
controllers.
with a PlayStation controller at all.
I'm right there.
yeah,
I'm good with it.
I feel the same exact way with like Soul Calibur 2 because I like the way you have A, B, and like X or whatever those buttons. I can't remember if it's X or Y, but
Yeah.
it has like the
A,
three
X, Y.
major buttons kind of in a row. You know what I mean? So that's
Yeah.
kind of nice for some fighting games, but
Yeah.
I will say the GameCube version of Soul Calibur 2 did get the good character. You guys got Link. We got Heihachi. So.
I liked. I controller I never really liked was the Nintendo 64 controller.
Yeah, that was weird too.
It's so awkward.
I know. It's really weird.
I mean, I like it. I like it because I grew up with it, but I mean, I definitely see the criticism because it's kind of like all around kind of bad. Like not only just design wise, but just like the crappy joystick that falls apart and
It's hard to reach some buttons if you're holding it one way.
Yeah, but most games don't use, like if they use the analog stick, they're not using the D button or the L pad.
Yeah, pretty rarely, yeah.
D pad, L button. Can't believe
I like how it looks like an inverted pitchfork or a trident.
Something like that.
Yeah, basically. I like the idea of having different control modes or control schemes for a game, but I don't think Nintendo or anybody else really took advantage of that idea very well, and so actually, like you said, you just have half the controller that you didn't really use.
Yeah.
Actually, if you want to talk about weird, I think that was actually Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. You could use two of them for dual analog control.
Yep.
Huh.
I think you could do something like that in Perfect Darkness, or Perfect Dark, whatever you want to call that shooter. But there's actually a lot of really cool custom control schemes in that game. Like you could actually set up a modern style control scheme where you have the D-pad as your movement, and then you have the analog stick as your actual aiming. So if you think about it, it's kind of like a modern control scheme. You got your left directional pad as movement, your right control stick as your aiming. So it's kind of cool in that respect.
Speaking of Nintendo 64, because I like RPGs, do you know if there's any good RPGs for it? I only have one. I have the Ogre Battle 64. I obviously haven't played it yet.
And that's about it. Well, and Paper Mario. I mean, Paper Mario's okay. It's a little bit, it's simplistic, but it's an RPG.
What?
64? Nah, I'm just kidding. Forget that game.
And go back to older controllers. You got the classic.
Oh my!
You all should know this one.
That is old school. I love it.
One button, just and your stick. That's it.
It looks like the size of your hand, like the joystick looks like the size of your finger almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a picture of which finger I put up.
Yeah, but remember also controllers back then also had more buttons than you needed, like the ColecoVision and the Intellivision.
Oh yeah, I've got the ColecoVision up there.
All the numeric keypad controllers.
You got the numeric keypad with two other buttons on each side, then a little shitty disc thing.
Yeah, they went from this to putting a whole numeric keypad. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
And if
then
you
here
lost,
comes Nintendo setting being
standard.
the trendsetter. Can't even talk tonight. Trendsetter.
And if you lost,
Kashell. Also, Aidland Chronicles First Mage is a decent RPG on the 64.
Okay, I'll look into that.
And other than that, there's Quest 64.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the other one I was going to recommend. Yeah.
I actually played that. I was not impressed. I mean, first off, why did he have an antenna for his hairstyle? Looked like a goddamn quail. Sorry, family. He looked like a gosh darn quail. So that was annoying. Yeah.
What do you got against quail? They're delicious.
They are. I've actually had quail. It is good.
What do you have against Quail Man?
Yeah, Quail Man.
Doug. I tell you, that guy he had issues. Always in his own world of delusions and grandeur. He was kind of messed up as a kid, I think.
Doug?
Yeah.
I wonder what he'd be like as an adult now.
A freaking weirdo.
Yeah.
Look at my drawings I made, kids. No, stay away.
Dear Journal, I got fired from my job today. Apparently, I space out too much.
Exactly.
They didn't like the belt on my head.
I was too busy thinking about Patty mayonnaise.
P.S. I can remember not to call. I can remember to stop calling her due to the restraining order.
Yeah. Yeah, she ended up with Roger, and Roger's gonna beat him down if he keeps it up, the stalking.
All right, we got way off topic here.
I know. Yeah.
Where was all this talk last week when we were talking about cartoons?
It's because I wasn't there. Duh.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, another
always
recent
go off
Nintendo
topic.
thing, the whole Nintendo Universal theme park.
Oh yeah. Now that I'm excited about.
Yeah, what kind of rides are you guys looking forward to?
I mean, how many people have experience at Universal here?
I
actually,
haven't been to Universal Studios in California since 1989.
Oh.
So
a couple years ago. Okay.
I haven't been to the one in Florida. That was the last one I went to, and that was like 2002. Yeah.
yeah, when I
So
went
been a while.
there, they
All right,
still
what's
have
your most recent experience at the theme park?
the Miami
What was
Vice
that?
Stunt Spectacular.
I mean,
What was
has
the question, Zach? I didn't catch that.
anybody been to a theme park within the past few years?
Oh yeah, I Cedar Point. I'm sure everyone's heard of that. Probably not. But
I believe it.
yeah, I've been there many times.
I used to work at Six Flags in Jackson, New Jersey.
Yeah,
And that
Six
was
Flags in
terrible
Georgia.
working
I've
there.
been to Great America here, Six Flags Great America.
Yeah.
But
That
yeah, so that kind of just to give us some idea of like what our experience at theme parks is.
last time I was there was when it was rented out by some company, and got in there and there's no wait on the lines, so I can just sit on the roller coaster like, oh, no line? Okay, go ahead. Go on, say
Yeah,
bye.
that's the only thing I'm worried about. Like the lines. Those are that's what I don't like about amusement parks. They're just the long. So they better go with the fast route, you know.
I don't.
So anybody
When I went,
sorry. Continue.
Okay, sorry. There's like a little bit of lag, so I keep jumping into your conversation, but but basically, when I had went, it was right after 9/11, so basically no one was flying like anywhere, basically, right? And so I went to Disney or I don't know, whatever, is it Disneyland or Disney World in Florida? I always get those two mixed up.
Disneyland?
But basically,
Disney
I went to
World.
Florida and went to SeaWorld and did all pretty.
SeaWorld. Ugh.
It was pretty great. So I
Did we
I
lose
do the
you?
rides like 5 times in a row and just. No, I'm still here.
Okay. Yeah.
So my question for everyone is this: like, since it's a Nintendo-themed amusement park, what Nintendo character, mascot, and what type of ride do you want to see? Like, the immediate thing that comes to my mind is like a Star Foxy type of roller coaster that's all space age looking and all this. Oh hey,
That would be cool.
Yeah, I've been hearing that one a lot.
Okay.
What
about everyone else?
one that I want to see, Donkey Kong minecarts.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That would be perfect, especially if they have to jump somehow in there.
That'd almost be like a cool flume ride.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
The Donkey Kong log flume?
They would have to do a wild gunman thing. That would be
Yeah.
cool.
Just a little shooting area.
Yeah.
Color TV 15. Yeah.
What else would be
And
cool?
the food area can be run by people in Kirby hats because Kirby likes to eat food. So that'd be cool.
Maybe
That
Cookie Mama?
ice climber climbing wall.
Yeah.
Ice
Yeah,
climber climbing wall. What else? A rad racer thing.
Yeah.
Mario Karts?
Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mario
Yeah,
Bumper
there's a
Cars
lot of possibilities with Mario Kart. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if I could do rad racer. Because Rad Racer is put out by Square, so I don't know.
Like I said, I can see more Mario Kart than that.
Yeah. I'm looking at my Nintendo games. What would be what should they do?
Maybe
I know
Or, of
that
course, I don't
Universal
know,
has
maybe
a
like
lot
a
of the. I know that Universal has a lot of those rides where it's just in front of a big screen.
Yeah.
So I can see that working for possibly a F-Zero one.
Okay.
Metroid. Yeah.
Have high speeds at that.
There's I said this before. They should do a Action 52 Steam game where Ryan just breaks down in the middle,
The only thing is,
and you don't know it
yeah,
breaks down.
Oh, no, that's called
That'd
Runaway
be
Train
funny.
in Six Flags in Jackson.
Or you just go
I
to
saw
the,
that ride break down several times.
or you wait in line, and you find out there's nothing you're waiting for.
the line ride.
It's just
Oh,
it's just a wall. I'm like, what is this? It's just a wall? Really?
I don't know. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I mean, there's a lot of creativity going on there. At least I hope there is. So I know I'm gonna try to get down there when it opens, and maybe I'll do like one of these with my phone during the podcast. You can see me on a ride or something. Hi guys, like.
Then all of a sudden, see your phone go
Yeah, just-
flying out.
Yeah,
Bye.
don't drop your cell
Yeah,
phone. Yeah.
Yeah.
exactly.
Anyone got any clothing, thoughts, comments, news?
I think I
I
told this. Go ahead, please. Go ahead.
Okay, I want to give a nice big shout out to my friend Johnny, who has a radio station here where I live called Radio Metal Storm. He broadcasts our show every Saturday evening at 10 o'clock. So thank you, Johnny, and thank you, Radio Metal Storm.
Yes.
RadioMetalStorm.com.
And hello to our Radio Metal Storm listeners out there. Thank you for listening. And once again, we all talked about our GoFundMe's, Kickstarters, so I guess below there will be links to our Kickstarters, GoFundMe's, and what we're about. So if you want to give us some money for our video gaming needs, go for it. If you
Our
don't,
Nintendo World Championship 1990s.
my NEO GEO AES.
Panzer Dragoon Saga.
Our Action 52s.
Action 52s, yes.
Bag
And
restaurants.
yes.
Partridge in a Pear Tree.
And
So-
stadium events.
My custom build entertainment center.
Yes. And here's
Oh, nice.
Red Bearded Gamer coming in at the tail end.
Yep.
Just
I'm watching
to tell us
Bulls
what he's going to be having a GoFundMe for.
Yeah, I knew the polls were going to lose. But anyway, but we're going to beat the Ducks.
Want to make a bet on that?
I don't know. How much?
We'll talk off the show about it. We'll make a bet.
Okay. So, thank you all for watching and listening. And once again, I'm MrNikon, and with me we got Red Blaze, Kashell, Bannock Chaos, and Red Bearded Gamer.
We start with a bang, we end with a bang. I love it. Oh, jeez.
And out comes the guest. Thank you all for watching and listening.
Thank you.
See you all again Tuesdays and Thursdays, and tune in, and yeah. If you watch us, comment on in our YouTube channel, and any suggestions, put them there on our Facebook group. Like us, subscribe, sign up for VG Collect if you like collecting games, and yeah, that's it. Thank you all for watching.
And don't do drugs. And don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs.
Keep it classy, San Diego.
Good night.
Hey.